Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you need me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And the fish in the percolator, the Princess of Cups. That's my Twin Peaks card. I love that card. To me, that card is the novel, the uncanny. It is the strangeness of the world, right? It's the absurdity sometimes of things. It's the ability to look at something and see what's there that really shouldn't be. You know, it's like, look at this picture. What seems out of place here? Let's put that into some context, okay? Let's see what is going on. Oh, we've got a star card now, and a tower, and a Prince of Swords, and the Lover's card, okay. And the Lust or Strength card, very interesting. Very interesting. Destiny is at work here. And I think you are witnessing those strange anomalies in the world that are leading you toward this kind of I almost feel an independence here. We got the moon energy, 3 of Wands, 8 of Cups, yeah, and a 10 of Wands, yeah. This star card, this is your power card. This is the card that says you are a complete, whole, activated spiritual being. You are not a human having a spiritual experience. You are a spirit having a human experience. And this is a flow of empowerment, okay? Now, I don't know if you are breaking free of something that is not working for you anymore, because I feel there's this emergence of your power. Yeah. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith Waite Tarot. And we're just going to set down over here. We're going to put Alien Simon Moore Gripley right there on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the show you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. All right. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Okay. Let's look around the room here. We've got, obviously, major, a lot of major arcana cards, okay? A lot of major arcana cards. We have some fire, we have some water, we have a little bit of air. We don't have any earth, okay? And that might be significant. I think the earth is coming after the 10 of Wands here. The 10 of Wands is obviously the end of the path of the serpent. That's going to be a very significant card. Okay. Let's talk about the Princess of Cups here. I feel like you are somebody that really does like the novel and uncanny. You like the mystery of life. You like to see what shouldn't belong, you know? Like you're looking for those things that are out of place. You're looking to kind of peek through the shadows and stuff, you know? I feel like you're somebody that has a very strong sense of the other side, you know. Probably you've had a lot of strange kind of supernatural, you call it supernatural, phenomena in your life. Nothing crazy, outrageous, but you'll just get like you'll see you'll see a little, like a tree spirit or something that's just kind of the corner of your eye, something just kind of flying around, or, you know, you will have I think that you've had a lot of contact in your life, spiritual contact. Okay. I'm also feeling that that you've lost someone recently, and that a contemporary, someone more like a spouse, a friend, a sibling, cousin, not someone tremendously older than you, but maybe slightly older, maybe a few years either way. I feel like you lost them quickly. I feel like there was something that you never told them. The Spirit's telling me that they want you to know that it's okay, that they know, and that it's no big deal. And I wonder if that's something that's been troubling you lately. Okay. And I wonder if you've been finding things kind of out of place. You have this contact with the spirit realm. I think you're someone that is in touch with entities, with, there are familiar spirits, It's going to sound weird, but is something missing from the wall? I feel like there was something on a wall in your house that's kind of been there, always there. But now, I don't know, a few days, it's not there anymore. And suddenly it's gone, and you can kind of see the outline, where the paint's still fresh underneath. It's like something was a fixture, and now it's not there any longer. Okay. I think for some of you that's literally going to be taking place, but I think it's also a metaphor. Somebody that was always there for you, abruptly not there. Okay? I don't know if it was an accident. I feel like it's something that happened quickly. Okay? And I don't know, there's a chance that it was a romantic partner. But the Lover's card up here, it talks about family. It talks about, the intimacy, intimate relationships. Doesn't have to be sexual or romantic. It's friends, family. Could be even coworkers that we feel, kind of a personal relationship with. Okay. Sorry, this is getting me a little emotional, because I feel like there was an abrupt thing. It felt like things came crashing down. And there might even have been this feeling that, how can you go on from this? How can things get better? I think things are going to get better. I think that you are first going to step into this independence and this power and this confidence and this kind of self-directed energy. And it may get more difficult. Sorry, I'm getting kind of choked up here. It may get a little bit difficult before it gets better. And I think that's kind of what we see at the end there. But let's go back to your power card here. There's sometimes we feel like we want to rage against the stars. Ever feel that way? Shaking your fist at the sky. Because it kind of is like, yes, maybe this is our fate. This is something that has happened. I'm not predicting anything here. Something that has already happened. So we can't change it. In that sense, it's already been fated. It's already part of our destiny because it has happened. But yet there is still this kind of rage against it, like, why or how could this be part of my destiny? So we're conflicted. We're at odds with that. We're at odds with that. And we see that here with the Tower and the Lover's card. That these two are at odds with each other. This is everything coming together, and this is meant for us, and this is us choosing our marriage, right? Whether it's with a person or marriage to an idea, a commitment to a path. We're choosing this, and this is ordained for us, and then this is breaking things apart. This is they're almost the exact opposites, right? So it's just kind of like, how can they both be true? How can this have been my destiny to unite with this energy, and now here it is my destiny that I've lost this? Why, shaking your fist at the sky? I feel that. And I feel that. And it's hard because this is we're not going to understand. There are no swords cards here. I mean, we've got the Prince of Swords, but I think that is this contemporary, this other person that we're talking about. And it may be that in your life you have this feeling that there was nothing else I was certain about except that relationship, that friend, that family member, that brother, cousin, or that whatever it was. Maybe spouse, yeah. That's what I knew. I didn't know anything else about my fate, but that was something that I was certain of. And here it is now. It has been, taken. Okay. And I'm sorry. If this is resonating with you, I'm sorry. I don't want it to. I hope that it's not resonating with you. I hope maybe this isn't a contemporary person. I think, what if we're talking about a job? What if we're talking about the path that you thought was yours? And then suddenly, like that, it's gone. Maybe the company folded. Maybe you got fired or laid off or let go. Maybe they decided that they were going in a different direction. Okay? And those are all, definite possibilities here. It doesn't have to be, for all of you at least, it's not the loss of this loved one. Okay? I hope really for very few of you that's what has happened here. But I think what Spirit is trying to show you and tell you through this, the Twin Peaks card here, is that this is a problem that can be solved, not through logic, not through reasoning, not through asking questions and trying to get an answer from Spirit, from destiny, from the stars, right? And maybe even with that star card, you have been trying to find answers in tarot readings or astrology readings or other forms of divination, right? Geomancy or tea leaf readings. My wife does tea leaf readings. She has her own channel. It's called Ula Tea Leaf Readings. Yeah. She does marvelous work. Go check it out. My wife can explain things in a way that I can't. So it may be that is where you'll find a little bit more solace, or a little bit more insight even into things, okay? It's worth a shot. Because what I'm seeing here is really the emergence of your power and independence. It's kind of like this feeling that things have gotten bad. Things kind of went downhill with something. Maybe this was your business. Maybe this was that part of your destiny that you really thought was for you, no doubt about it. And then, like that, it was removed from your life. Okay. But I feel like from this, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, we've got this luster strength card. So I think this is a good reading. I think this is positive energy. Because this is you realizing that, well, one, we can't change the past. Doesn't make it any easier to deal with. We have to honor our grief. We see that here with the with the Eight of Cups here in this position, that we have to honor our grief. I'm getting an R name in your life, and I don't know if it's the business or the company or the name of the business or the name of the person, maybe with the R name. But I feel like someone was a heavy drinker in your family. I don't know if it was this person or somebody was kind of known for their drinking. Yeah. I don't know if that's in any way related to the abrupt passing. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to get too specific with the details. But I feel that there was maybe something involving alcohol with that. Okay, for some of you. Now, these details come to me. They're not meant for everyone. Thank the gods, they're not meant for all of you. If they are resonating with you, then it's meant for you, okay? And if it's not, don't worry about it. Leave it for the next person, okay? But the luster strength card, stepping into our power, our confidence, realizing that we have what it takes to keep going, to adapt to this change. And the Tower card is a big change. However that card is resonating with you, that was a big change. And I think, because this card is down beneath the surface, that it really does feel devastating. It feels like this was the end of things, right? It's not. It's not. I feel like this is the phoenix rising from the ashes. Even stronger, right? Even stronger and better than before. And so this is one of those instances, I think, where what is part of our fate and part of our destiny is the last thing we would wish for. Yeah. And sometimes this is something that happens. I don't say it needs to happen or should happen or that we deserve it. I don't know why these things happen, but I know that there is the possibility of emerging from it stronger. Right? More confident. More fiery. More just not taking any BS from anybody. Right? A lot more self-possession. Kind of a lot more, in a way, a lot more impatience. A lot more force and fire with this card here. So this, we want to rage against the sky. We want to shake our fists because this was something that, for a time, it was the perfect union. You and this company, you and this person, you and this job, or, whatever it was. For a while, that was the perfect union, and that was part of your path. Now it's not anymore. And the star is, it's kind of a humbling energy, I think you're somebody that really does stargaze. I think you know what I'm talking about. I think Spirit's showing me a telescope. Do you have a telescope? Someone has a telescope, and you look at the sky. And I don't think you look at the moon. Certainly don't look at the sun. Don't do that. I feel like you look at distant objects. I feel like you're almost someone who looks at the space between the objects. Right? Reminds me of that Dave Matthews song. Now I'm going to have to go play it. Because I feel like that is this humbling experience. Have you ever laid on your back in a dark area and just stared up at the night sky, to where even in your peripheral vision you can't see anything? It's all sky. It's a very humbling feeling. It's splendor. It's awe. It's realizing that in some ways our participation, our acceptance is not required here. Our approval is not required here. We don't always understand the workings of the universe. And when we have those humbling experiences of awe and splendor, we understand that. It's just little old me in this vast universe. Right? At the same time, the star is you. So we still have to find our place in this vast cosmos, in this infinite night sky that seems like the stars are few and far between. It seems like the black space in between stars goes on forever. So it can be a very frightening and lonely experience, but it also, as I say, we're all in this together. We're all part of that night sky. And I think we will find our companion stars, at some point. We can travel through the vastness of space, but eventually we'll bump into somebody, So all of this, I think, is to say that while this is not the ideal, it's a painful, it's a disruptive, to say the least, experience, You can and you will move forward and rise from this and be stronger than you were before. Now we're going to move to the path of the serpent. And as I do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it helps out the channel, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Okay. We got the moon card next. And the moon card is this idea of if we feel that we are at odds with the universe, that I'm not talking to spirit anymore, I'm mad at spirit, and we're shaking our fists at the sky, it almost increases that feeling of loneliness, right? Of abandonment almost. And so it makes the world a much scarier place because we don't know what's coming next. We thought we knew where we were going and what we were doing and where we were supposed to be, and then wham, we get hit with that big change. So now we feel like I don't know what's coming. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. Now I'm thinking of that Incubus song. We never can know. There's never certainty. There's always this dark doorway in front of us. We never know what the next moment will bring, let alone the next day, the next month, the next year. We can do what we can to try to see the signs. Again, you've got this ability to see the signs and to communicate. Have you cut yourself off from that recently? Maybe you were watching tarot readings and tea leaf readings and stuff like that, but maybe you put that stuff down. Or maybe you had those connections for yourself. But maybe when this event happened, maybe you gave up on that a little bit because now you feel like you can't trust it. And so maybe that's when you turn to astrology and tarot readings and things like that. But the moon card, we can be 99.9% sure that the sun will rise tomorrow, but we can never be 100% sure. I think you're a little bit more like 50-50 that the sun will rise tomorrow. I think that you've kind of given up on having any kind of certainty about the future. Yeah. But the only way to know is to go. Right? We have to continue taking steps forward. And you know that. And you're capable of that. 3 of Wands in the position of the environment. You know that you've got to rally your body, your heart, and your mind. You understand the process of change on the spiritual plane. You know that things will always change. Things will always be uncertain. None of this is new to you. I don't think I'm telling you anything that you don't already know. But knowing it, understanding the process is different than harmonizing with the process and not being okay with what happened, but accepting it as something that happened that we cannot change. It has already happened, and we have to harmonize with that process. So understanding it is different than doing it. And I'm not saying move on. I'm not saying be okay with it. I'm saying we got to live in harmony with it if we're going to progress. Yeah. And I think that's what you're understanding. I think that's what you're learning. So the 3 of Wands here, to me, is this idea of we're starting to rally the troops. We're starting to get ourselves collected again to make that move into our independence and to really fight for this happiness, fight for this future. Yeah, we're putting on our armor, so to speak, to continue on our path, to harmonize with the process of change. This is a difficult thing that you've got to try to continue moving forward with, And I don't say move on from, because this isn't, to me, something that we're leaving behind. Something that will always be with you. And indeed, I think it helps to create who you are. It helps to give you this strength. Yeah. The Eight of Cups next. This is what I said about honoring our grief. You got an Eight of Cups here. Some days it feels like your cup is draining. It's empty. There's cracks in it. It's leaking out. Other times it feels like maybe you put some bubble gum in those cracks and the water's starting to kind of build back up again. You feel better sometimes. And then the next day you feel infinitely worse. And then the next day again, maybe you feel a little bit better. I don't know. Do you chew gum? I don't know very many people that chew gum, to be honest with you. I used to, not anymore. I got the temporomandibular disorder thing, the TMD thing, which basically means a lot of headaches. Some days are going to be better than others. Yeah. And that's the way it is. And we honor that. And we know that. And we don't do things to make those bad days worse. And we don't try to make those good days better by, kind of pretending that we're okay. We honor our grief. We honor the way we feel. And it's going to fluctuate. And it probably will for a very long time. But you've got this luster strength card that we were talking about. And I think that is you moving forward with your life, with your plans. Do you have the next step? Right? Do you know what you are creating? Do you know what you're going to do with all of this power? With all of this confidence? With this kind of creative electric force and fire energy? We're talking about the stars. This is the card that represents the kind of the power generated in a star, like from that nuclear fusion. I think it's fusion. That is tremendous power. And this is within you. And this is what we need to summon right now. And then we end with that 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands it's a difficult card because something that we thought we were doing in tandem, I think now you're realizing that at least the next step is something solo. Okay, it could be that you thought you had this business partner or this connection with this company, or you thought that you were doing something with your best friend, but now maybe they've just kind of dropped out. Maybe they changed their mind. All sorts of things. Maybe you got laid off. Maybe the company folded. Who knows? Maybe they decided to go in a different direction. Yeah. And so now this 10 of Wands becomes your whole burden to carry. It's not something that we have that teammate with anymore. It's become now like a solo climb. So the 10 of Wands is telling me that things are going to get harder. It's going to be difficult for you to keep going now that you have to carry all of this on your own. It will get easier. The 10 becomes a 9, becomes an 8, becomes a 7, 6, all the way. This is as difficult as it will get, okay? When you get to this feeling that, you're carrying all of this weight yourself. Keep going, and the load will feel lighter. You will adapt, you will harmonize. You will find help where you need it. Okay. Let's look at the mystery card now. I'm sorry that this became a little bit of a difficult reading. But I feel there's a lot of power here. A lot of power for creativity. A lot of power for assertiveness, for confidence, for the building of your life. Okay. So what I want to see here is a card that shows you will be happy. That's what that to me, that's what I would want. I want to feel happy. I want a 9 of Cups. Okay. And I know I'm making a pretty specific demand on Spirit right now. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we have. Oh, well, even better. Even better than a 9. We got an Ace of Cups. Yes, you will be happy again. You will be happy. And it may, in some ways, feel like you kind of have to start this process of getting happy all over again, right? But maybe I was wrong with the Nine of Cups, and I think Spirit's trying to tell me that the Nine of Cups, if we had the Nine of Cups now, it'd be kind of like telling somebody who's grieving, hey, just be happy. You ever hear that? When you're sad, when you're down, when you're feeling some kind of way and someone just says, hey, cheer up. Hey, just be happy. I mean, that's who you want to shake your fist at, right? So I think the Ace of Cups here is Spirit's way of saying it's not just handing somebody happiness and saying, here, be happy. It's that you know that you have the opportunity now to unfold your feelings in a way that leads to perfect happiness, right? To good feelings. The Ace of Cups is that kind of, it's Spirit, I think, trying to hold your heart and say, it's going to be okay. Maybe not right this second, but hold on to this Ace of Cups, and this will nourish you. This will heal you, okay? And this will bring happiness and love and bliss and prosperity. It is Spirit's promise to you. All right. Interesting. And I think the Ace of Cups has a connection with yesterday's bonus Aquarius reading. Check that out too, okay? We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link that's up here in the corner or down below in the video description. New readings for Aquarius every Thursday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time, but I'm here every day. Just come back, see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Okay? I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.